Hola guys, how we doing? Hope we're good. Let me check on the sound and be sure that we are good to go. Okay, perfect. I think everything is fine and it's perfect. Okay, I need to do one more thing. Okay, Igbani Angus, good evening, boss. How are you doing? Hope you're great. Hope you're fine. Mr. Ace, if you're big, you're big. The biggest star here celebrates your capacity. Thank you, Mr. Izzy. How are you doing? How is everything? Hope you're doing good. Hope you are great and fine. So, guys, we are streaming from YouTube to Facebook to Twitter X to Twitter.tv. So we're streaming on four platforms at the same time. So when you join in, you could also always drop a comment as well. And also it would be great if you can share the video, share the while you're joining in. If you're on Twitter X, do a repost, on Facebook, do a share, on YouTube, do a share as well. And you help to get more people in. Agoyin fine. So Shifu of the Most High God, good evening, but how was your day today? My day is fine. My day is on. My day is on. I think the day isn't over yet. My day is still on, and but it started on a good note. Right. My day started on a good note, and it keeps on getting better every day. So every day is always a good day. DK Chiwendo says, "Good evening, Shifu boss. How are you doing, Mr. DK? Hope you're good." And Queensley said, "GM Sir Shifu. How are you doing, Kingsley?" Queensley, right. Hope you are great. Okay. Make sure you also Uko Reva. Good evening, boss. How are you doing, Uko Reva? Jeffrey, how are you doing? Divine Mercy Ohai. How are you doing as well? Hope you're great. OJ Capitals. Good day, Shifu. How are you doing? So today it's our social life learning session. So basically, first of all, let's look at Bitcoin and do a little bit of the market overview, what we expect, and what currently looking at on the chart. So I'm gonna share my screen and we'll get right to it. We'll get right to it. So there are a couple of Bitcoin charts here. Like there's Bitstamp. Let me make it the big brother. There's Bitstamp. There is um Coinbase, right? And then there is what do you call this now? And then there's Bybit. So so basically this is what I'm expecting for the market at large. So let me make use of the Bybit platform because we we all use Bybit and all that, and we talk a lot with Bybit. So first of all, I could recall perfectly at the time when I mentioned uh, BTC rejecting from here, like we got in on BTC at this level, and then we had quite a good run on Bitcoin. So far, so good. And there have been key levels which I have most likely removed, and that's at 64K and the other levels and stuff which I removed. But for this week, so we had a run yesterday, right? Let me do some. Let me see. I can maximize the screen a bit and remove this arrow as well. So we had a run yesterday, right? A very bullish run, which went high. If you were on the bull run group, you definitely had made a lot of money from this because I explained it to them in our private live stream and private class ahead of yesterday that we are going to expect the market to run higher, and we had a lot of coins and a lot of assets which we looked about four, five, six, seven of them that did extremely well and good some really good pumps with the market. And then I also explained to them the market is also going to retrace, drop as well once it gets to our TP zones and our TP levels, which it did. So we got to like TP1 and TP2, and then the close and profit, and the market really came down exactly. So there were two things I was actually expecting for the market, which I explained to them earlier. And the first thing was that I was expecting BTC to go high and then come down to 64,300 levels, right? Come down to 64,300, 64,600 levels, sorry, 64,600 levels, and then from there it's going to peak higher. So this was it. This is it. I'm looking for the arrow sign. And there's actually a unique sign too, but I can't see it here. I don't know if it's this one. So it is not this. Okay, this was it. So BTC goes high, right? Comes down to 64,600 levels and then peaks high to come and clear these highs. So that's what basically I was looking at. And then secondly, I also explained to them that we could also get this. So this was why we closed in profit yesterday. Then I also explained to them that we could also get this. We could get see this happen to BTC, and I will draw it as well. Whatever happens to Bitcoin happens on the other charts. It happens on the other cryptos and stuff like. There's a ripple effect. Sometimes ripple effect is bad because if Bitcoin just do 2%, these guys just go crazy, and what have you. So this was also expected, right? But I'm good. I think I'm going to change the color for this. So let me make this the white, right? And then I make this the blue. So we have the white and the blue. So this was our buy entry initially, what we bought before the massive pump yesterday. So if we look at if we get to look at, so BTC is playing like perfectly well, exactly as expected. Everything is going right just fine, and right now we are having a bit of two possible activities that could most likely play out here from this zone and from this level. I mean, for this week, I actually expect BTC to go to as high as touching 71K. 71K. So I expect BTC touching 71K in the next coming days. But it's, the market will not just move straight up. It won't just go on this on how will I put it now, straight up. So it has to do its blend up level, right, and all those kind of things and all that as well. So this is what we're looking at for BTC, and we're looking at it getting to 71K in the next coming days. So the good thing is, if it holds there, it will be very good, right? If it decides to hold on here, it will also be very good. Like, let me make this a bit bigger. So if it decides to hold from here where it is right now, which is an entry level, and then picks from here and just moves based on the white illustration, it will be good. But if it doesn't hold from there, then it's definitely going to hold from the blue line as well. So but either ways, it still have just one direction, and that is 71K, and that is what I'm projecting, and we should see BTC in the next coming days as well. So strap up your leather, guys, and so we can maximize and enjoy. So most of the coins you're seeing are going for -6%, -10%, -20, -40, -50, and minus this and minus that. A lot of them should peak, but this is I think this is quite normal. Whenever we have a very aggressive green day, most times the next day comes with a red, except when it's strong bullish momentum, and we haven't gotten to enter the strong bullish momentum yet. So you see, yesterday was so bullish. What do you expect? The next day is going to be red. So it's just simply and today it's just simply knowing how to play this card wisely and smartly. Sometimes on the Mondays we get a very green market, and on Tuesdays we now get a red market. Sometimes on the Mondays we get a very red market, and on the Tuesdays we get a bullish market. So this thing is just what it is, what it is. And we also know that this guy moves very much inversely to BTC, and this was one of the indicators and illustrations we looked at in the bull run group. So in case it gave us like that highlights and that zone of basically what we're looking for, what we're looking at, what we're expecting. So this is like a critical level, right? So this guy is sitting at a very pretty much critical level. So sometime sooner or later, this level will have to be uh, broken, right? It will be broken sometime sooner. And if it's gonna be broken, then that means that BTC is gonna drop on that aspect sooner than later as well. So basically, based on that, and based on like the data of what we are saying and what we're looking at here, um, there is a likelihood that if this decides to drop, right, we should see it here, come here. Could it go like a bit further? Yes, the possibility is there that this guy could decide to say, okay, he wants to go a bit further. That possibility, it's cannot be ruled out, cannot be ruled out. So we are actually waiting for it. If you decide to look at USDT dominance on the very broader time frame, you see a lot of things here. And one of the things you see and notice is it's been high. This is something that we've been following for since 2022, right? Since 2021 into 2022, we've been following the chart meticulously back to back in most of the live streams and stuffs that I've been holding and we have been doing. So if you follow through, you get to see how it goes higher, high, higher, low, and then here's higher, high, right? And then it breaks the structure. So market became um in 2023 January was when there was a market shift, and I talked about this earlier. I talked about the pivot in the market, and then we had like a retest, and then we are enjoying the party from one level to another. So let me maximize the screen. So on a macro level, when you begin to look at, I want to see if I can hide most of these things. So on a macro level, when you begin to look at these things, you begin to literally understand why whatever is happening. So let me put this here. So you see here, the markets rejected at this, just the same thing happening from time to time, right? You get to see the same thing happen here, and then we're having it like happen here all together. So if you want to, so this is like looking at the weekly time frame as well. So when you look at this from this angle, you begin to see how much bullishness is expected of BTC in the next coming days and weeks and what have you, and how even if we get to so this is like let me look at the 1-day chart. So this is like the 1-day chart, right? And then we've had like critical levels too, critical levels whereby you get to see these activities happening. So you can't actually rule out the fact of anything coming up into these areas, but just to looking at the whole thesis and everything from a smaller time frame from just like a smaller, how will I put it now, a smaller time frame on the context of a mid-term and a short-term basis. We could also look at it from this angle, right? Look at it based on the activities that has taken place and has happened from this angle, and what we've had. So this means that even though we get the market coming down like here, if we get that, we will still get it, could most likely still come up. And if when it comes up, it can now okay, you can now do this. So, but this is the fair point. The fair point here is that if you didn't, even if you decide to say, oh, I'm not gonna do this, I just want to break this up and just get here. So in fact, let me do this. Let me use the, okay, let me change this to blue. Oh, so it aligns with the initial stuff I'm showing. And then let us draw a part. So let's draw a part that states that this guy goes into this zone, and if it goes into the zone, this is what is going to happen. I don't think there's any coming back anywhere. It just keeps going down, 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 and sometimes what could be the most obvious ones might be too easy, and the market makers and stuff likes to keep people in confusion, makes them begin to wonder what is going to happen in the market. Is it going to go up? Is it going to come down? Is going, and that confusion, it's quite interesting to them because it helps them to make a lot of money and have a lot of exit liquidities and stuffs and what have you. So when you look at this, it says come down, go up, and come down. So in for BTC, it's inverse. It says go up, come down again after moving up, and then so in fact, let me see, let me do this, let me make it a dual screen so you get to view it from a BTC point of view. So if I get the parts right, and the white, so we're dealing with the white first and what the white is saying. So based on the white, you're coming down, and then after coming down, you are basically going up a bit, you're going straight up. So I want to, so it's not going to be picture perfect because of how the stuff is, but then we have the blue. So based on the blue, it's saying that okay, you are going to do this, and when you do this, you are gonna be back down here, and then when you're down here, you can now think of going way, way, way up. So, and this is what I'm going to convert this, oh god, sorry, I'm gonna convert this to blue. So it's just showing an illustration of the inverse proportion of the USDT dominance and the Bitcoin. That's what I'm doing. But I already explained it insightfully for everyone on the Bitcoin charts. So this is me just doing like more analogy, so people can get to have much more insight. I know whatsoever happens for BTC, it just reflects on every other coins in the markets. It just the reflection just happens to every one of them. So you begin to see coins begin to pick up and begin to do well. And sometimes you want to look out for the ones that are moving very very fast, very fast, and very it does very well as well. And mind you, like I said, if you don't know, once every week I have like a private live stream with those who are in the bull run group, and most times we get to share the analogies, explain the charts and stuff with them, and also share trade ideas and stuff. So we're able to be on hands on ahead, and sometimes every day I get to on a daily basis or 2 3 days or so I get to give this insight, which literally helps a lot of people in the bull run group to take advantage of the market. So like if you were there, you would have taken a lot, you would have made a lot of money yesterday with the volatility that came in yesterday from FOMC and this whatever that happened yesterday, CPI and stuff. A lot of money you would have made because I gave them those hints ahead of you. And that's like one of the extra benefits you get whenever you're a part of it, a part of that as well. And also most of the analysis we've done, like in the last session we had, I think the last time we had a session was sometime during when was that again? That should be um January, right? Okay, okay, okay. Let me look. I want to check for something on my phone. Okay. So we had a crypto capital show on Sunday, this past Sunday, and we looked at a couple of assets and stuffs. And most of the things we talked about did some run-ins and things like that. So we could literally like look at them a bit again, based of the lenses of what is going on in the markets and okay, what could be done. I mean, on these things and these areas, and you see how these guys are being so brutal, right? And let me share the screen. Let me share the screen. Coming. How do I share the screen? How do I share the screen? Okay. Don't know why I'm missing this. I'm missing this. Missing this. Okay. 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 So let me explain this. I don't know how I'm gonna do this now, but I'm gonna try my best. So we looked at Mew, right? We looked at Mew, and we'll be talking about Mew. We're talking a bit about Mew, and let me see how I could. Okay, it's bigger now, bigger. So let me just close this part. Now, based on Mew, we're looking at a pattern playing out here, and that pattern is what you refer to as the um, a HSC pattern, right? HSC pattern, and the HSC pattern, it's you get this. Am I correct? I don't know if I'm 100% correct right now. Okay, okay, I think I am. I think I am. So just have to do this. Okay, so I am. So the HSC had two bounces, right? So the first bounce is the first blue line, which is what traded yesterday. And then, of course, as BTC starts going down, these coins will start going down as well. So already in between those blue lines is this is already a buy zone for me. To be very honest, it's already a buy zone. It's a zone whereby it should fly from. But why is it not flying? Because the whole market is going down. So the sentiment will affect the whole market, and when business starts picking up, this guy will also start picking up and start flying and all that as well. And it's just something that you could just literally like, okay, let me see if I could did from here to here. Let's say it goes a bit lower. Let's assume that it goes a bit lower. I'm not saying it is going to go a bit lower, but let's just assume that happens. So we could look at smaller TP levels, right? In this range, and we are good to go. We are good to go. So okay, let me. Sorry. So in fact, let me remove this as well, and then okay, that should be there. So these are like lines. The price label. I'm turning on the price label for each of them. So one we just have to, you'd have to, the once the momentum starts picking, and maybe higher, maybe back lower. Who knows? I'm just trying to get. I don't know why this thing behaves like this. No, I mean, like, I'm trying to get it up, but I'm just don't mind the way the drawing is. Yeah, the tool is very funny. I was trying to stop it, and it just keeps on doing what it's doing and stuff and all that as well. So basically, this is something that you get to. This is something you get to understand and like have like a good insight on. If you even did join, like took advantage of the overview I did like in the crypto capital show, you should have made so much money from it already. I mean, so much money, because I can recall on even during the crypto capital show, somebody asked me, Shifu, what if this come back and could I say pick my entry? And it did, right? It did, and picked entry a couple of times, and you could have made some money out of it. I did like a nice, but I've removed it from the chat because of the private session I had with those in the bull run group and stuff. So you're definitely not going to see that. But if you go into the previous videos on the YouTube channel, you should see that um, being talked about. And then we I think we touched a bit on peep, bong, when, and all that you and what have you. So right, and so where is this guy again? So we have this dude is just, so the thing about this dude that's I'm trying to, I will have to look for a better, okay, let me remove this. But the best, I think the best way for me to look at this most times is with desk screener. So I think we might need to look at desk screener where we've been able to get the most okay, yes, that's where I did the stuff from. So we're having it already, right? We're having it already, and it's giving us what we're looking at, and this is the zone we're looking at. And sorry guys, I'm feeling a bit sleepy. Okay, so this is a creative zone, right? So in between this zone, like those buying on spot would be a very perfect zone already, which is already hinting on there. Hinting on there. This guy is just doing his own thing. When I mean doing his own thing, I mean it's ripping off way faster lower than its counterparts and what have you. It's just doing its own thing. And I think that you could see like an A, B, C, D. I'm trying to look 1, 2, 3. So let me check this to confirm something. Here to here. Okay. Okay. I think I'm not too sure about that yet. So definitely this is it, because that is ruled out. That is ruled out for it. And we see a lot of these things going on as so I say click twice to stop it. Okay, yes. Thank you. I think I did it. That's what I used to unknowingly do. So I have to be doing that. And so I think we also looked a bit on Peep, and Peep did so well, right? It did so well, and it's been holding strong. Like there's been a weird zone so far, but it's been holding strong, right? And so much money was made on this run up. I mean, this was our target levels and it hit it as well. So, and this is the thing. This is one major benefit people who are in the bull run group get, because sometimes you're able to follow this up spot on live on the market as it's happening as well. But however, the hints are all there. They are all there. And then we also had Bonk giving us a rise run. This was a nice run from here to here, and this was some good amount of money that was made, though it's sinking back into this same critical zone. So if it wants to go lower, then it's definitely gonna be here. But if it doesn't even go lower, it's definitely gonna go up. But regardless, you should just have that view. The most important is what I just talked about for BTC is the most important. It's every other thing hinges on it. Like it goes within the pattern, within the cycle. We understand how this thing goes for this market and stuff. I mean, so if you follow the part analysis and the records and everything that was talked on in the crypto capital, you should have made some good amount of money from that area and that level as well. Now let's talk a bit about narrative, because that was like the theme for the live stream. A bit about narrative. Narrative is where we make the most amount of money in this space. So you see people saying they make $1 million. You see some of them saying they make um somewhere around $100,000. Somebody takes like $500 and turns it to like $50,000. You hear all those things, and it's all these things hinges on narrative. So narrative is what drives the space, is what you get to see, trends, and these are the things that like make people the biggest amount of money. So we have a couple of these narratives this season and this period that is going wide and really really wide. And one of them is what I talked about and I tweeted about it as well, is the meme stocks narrative. So the meme stock narrative is one narrative that has made people so much amount of money. But the good thing about the meme stock narrative is that the meme stock narrative is still there out there right now. It's still You still have the advantage to take advantage of it, because although it's made some of money, it hasn't even made the kind of gains some people in other narratives have made. For example, we have the second narrative called the celebrity memes, right? Celebrity memes. And celebrity memes, we have like the likes of Andrew Tate, right? Andrew Tate and Ansem, which is also so kind of controversial on Twitter and stuff. Some people are making a lot of money out of it. I think there's this one that came not so long ago, a few days ago. I think it's just like 72 hours old, right? Or is it a little bit more than that? And that's Daddy, right? It's what's called Daddy, Daddy. So Daddy, I think it was referring to Andrew Tate. So Andrew Tate, which is we definitely know he the dude is a celebrity and stuff, and him using it to push it. So we still have a lot of other celebrities coming up, tokens coming up with celebrities, and that people are promoting and pushing as well, and people are making money off them as well. So when you want to really take advantage of this, you need to understand how these things rolls. And so sometimes when the celebrities get to now pick some level of attention to the tokens that were created in their names, whether created by them or created by someone else, it becomes super more bullish as well, super more bullish. So you want to if you follow up with this thing, 'cause one of the ways you follow up with these things is you always being online, being in the group, seeing what is happening, and checking the Twitter feeds and stuff. And you could literally like make a lot of money. I mean, uh, I personally didn't do much of celebrity memes, right? But I did a couple of meme stocks, which I also shared as well on the on the Twitter and stuff, and people, there's a lot of people talked about how they made a good amount of money from it. And now the thing is, I did those ones because, like I said, there's still a lot of rooms in them as well, considering the season we are in and what would happen in this kind of stocks, even moving forward as well. And yes, okay, someone is dropping, and Queensley is dropping like names of some of those celebrity names. Let's say Iggy. I think this particular one, I think this was the one I bought as well. I think it's, is it called Murder, right? I think it was Murder, that's the name, Murder. So it did so well. It did so well to a particular level, and it's about 200 market cap or so, something around that range. And then um, some other ones as well that people bought in different persons as well. And then we have global events, right? Tokens that fall under the category of global events. When we're talking about global events, we're talking about events like the World Cup, right? We had the World Cup coming. We have events like the election, the US election coming. And now this is one thing that could literally help you very well. This thing I'm about to say now. And that is I'm typing. So that is one thing that could help you very well is you have your calendar, you know what events that are coming up. If you're able to look, say these events are coming up in the next 2 weeks, this means that there will be meme coins that will be created based on these events. And if you want to do some level of analysis, you can decide to go back to the past. In 2021, this set of meme coins were also created, and these coins did well at that time. So you can literally just copy those same names of those coins. Definitely, they are all dead ready, and then wait for those same kind of coins to be listed by whoever is going to list it, or created whoever is going to create it, and then aping on them when they're coming. Why? You just like there was this coin called, is it WCI or so? There was a WCI. There's one called ECI too. There was an ECI in 2021. There was also a WCI in 2021. So when they came up again this season, I mean, I bought myself. I didn't share it, but I bought. I didn't share it publicly, but I just threw about a few amount, I think about a few dollars or so. I think somewhere around $8,000 or so on it, and I made some good amount of money. I think I made it somewhere around 100K, right? Made about 100K or so from just an $8,000, which I spread across about two, three of them. And why? How was I able to do it? Because I saw it there. And sometimes the crazy thing about this sense is that this things go so fast. Within a day, 2 days, 3 days, are full. It just keeps on blowing and blowing. I mean, we are in that season. You can literally take advantage of it. Like, I think as of today, you could see a lot of coins that are created that are related to religion. Religion coins are just doing so well. Like, religion becomes like a narrative of its own. And religion coins, you look at the period whereby certain things are going to happen. Now, it's just like in the last private live stream I had with those who are in the bull. And if you're not in the bull run group, it is super important to join because you're missing out a lot. One of the things we're talking and discussing there was, I was just making a reference to a particular coin which I shared earlier this year to them and a couple of people. And some persons made about 50x on that coin, some 70x, some 80x, and all that. And that coin, and I was explaining this same analysis of how the trends and narrative impacts these things, and how it didn't do anything for about, it took about a month and 2 weeks, But when it started pumping, it just pumped so well. Some people made 20x and all that. And that was because of the narrative that aligned with the Easter period of time. So when it was getting to the Easter period around April, many of us made super March, April, most of us in the bull run made super amount of money by that time from that particular coin. So you can literally just apply this in your own personal research and you could literally make so much amount of money. So be it is global event, be celebrity meme, be meme stock. I mean, and there will be more memes created for more celebrities, so you can decide to watch out for that. But based on what I have, I would say on a conservative basis, the meme stock narrative is still gonna thrive because we're still gonna have the GME, right? The GME boards, we're still gonna have it on social media and stuff. We're still gonna have the AMC boards as well. And as long as we're gonna have this meme stock boards, it's gonna reflect into the crypto meme stocks narrative, right? And then global events are always happening, keep on happening. We have elections coming up, the US elections coming up, and that's why we have tokens like Trump moving up crazy, which is called Trump, right? We have Biden, which is called Biden. So Biden is doing so well because of Joe Biden, and we have these things aggressively around these elections. So these reward events, as funny as it sounds, are impacting on cryptos and how the degens are doing whatever they are doing, and you can literally like take advantage of these things. You could take advantage of these things if you know what you are doing in light of this thing. So it could make you so much amount of money if you take good advantage of it. Someone says if you take good advantage of it. So we've looked out for okay. But Shifu, I greet you, Ron Sonny from PH. Ron Sonny, how are you doing? Hope you're good. Greetings, Shifu. Greetings, every one of us. Greetings, every one of us. It's good to have every one of you on the call. Good to have every one of you on the call. Someone says, "What do you think of Weave? Weave, Weave." Okay, let me check it out. Let me check it out. Let me check out Weave. Uh, so I'll share the screen. Okay. So I don't know why this stuff's here. Okay, let me do this. If you look here, right, I honestly think that with the case, when you look at this, guys, on a very wise basis, is the way these memes flow is very funny. How will I put it? Why do I say it's very funny? When BTC just moves a few percentage, they move crazy percentages. Like they just run. So BTC just 2%, they're running 4%, 5%, and all that as well. When it's in that momentum, and this dude is also going to be in that momentum. The thing I've seen for WIF is super oversold, right? If you go to, let me see if it's going to load up. It's not loading. It's not loading. But however, this whole zone is a buy zone for WIF already. But someone who trades sports can decide to say, okay, I want to get in and but somebody who is doing leverage will not want. You just have to wait. You don't want to get your hands burnt, and that waiting. What are you waiting for? Momentum. You're waiting for momentum, right? Momentum is what you need to see in the market for when it comes to memes. You don't just get in on memes until you see momentum, you leave them. Momentum. So if you don't get momentum, you stay out of them. Because the crazy thing about this, guys, is the momentum pushes it. It just pushes it like so fast, so fast. You can make so much money so fast. And the same way, like look at them. If you look on the right hand side of my screen, you see Bonk minus 10%, WIF minus 8.9%, P minus 9, AI minus 4, CHR minus 5. Like it's a lot of catch up in the market right now. So much catch up, so much catch up, so much catch up, right? And a very good hint is those who will be awake in the night, you may be able to catch a very good RR. Like we are having a close of the current 4 hour candles, right? And once this 4 hour candle closes now, we should have another 4 hour candle opening up. So a lot of persons, the next 4 hour candle is going to close up, and by 1 a.m we'll have a new 4 hour candle. So if you wake up by maybe 1 a.m, 2 a.m, 3 a.m, 4 a.m, or 5 a.m, you should be able to catch a candle move, catch a candle move. And because everything happened in 1 hour, different 1 hours, it's all together in one 4 hour candle. So in a 4 hour candle, you see four candles in one, right? In that's 4 1 hours in one 4 hour. There's like 8 30 minutes in one 4 hour. Every plenty video is just there as well. So you want to watch out for these things as well. So guys, I've said so much so far today. I've shared the overview for BTC and the markets and our target for this week and next coming days as well. So when I say this week, I'm referring to the next 6 days. The next 6 days, if you want me to be more exact. If I say this week, I'm looking at the next 6 days as well. So today is already gone. So we should like today is just the first day, then 6 days after today, within the next 6 days, we should see touching these levels as well. And I also talk about the two plausible reactions we should get as well into those levels. And these things will just play out on those altcoins. So we talked a bit of these altcoins, which I talked about earlier on, that has done some profit, and how you could just these things are like recent repeat, and you make so much amount and all that as well. And I think I also emphasize the importance of whereby if you are in the bull run group, you would definitely have a different edge on the public because on a daily basis, I'm able to like post certain updates which I don't post publicly, I don't share publicly, but you can get it in there as well. And I haven't even had time to post so many testimonies and all that as well. But you can necessarily plug in and definitely make money with us as we trade daily and wait on the market and watch the market as it retracts and behaves from time to time and what have you. So much has been said so far. Take advantage of it. And also, yes, we emphasize on memes and the narratives, right? Narratives on trend. And I talked about celebrity stocks, I talked about meme stocks, I talked about global events, and how you can literally take advantage of any of these three to literally make money in this season, in this period that we are in, for yourself as well. And I said personally, make some emphasis on meme stocks and global events see having much of an advantage. How you can plan for global events and also just position in meme stock, because meme stock doesn't need much positioning. You just position for meme stocks, and then for the global events you have to plan way ahead of time and what it does and what it will not do and all those kind of things put together. So much has been said so far, guys. Bye for now and have a blessed time. So see you when I see you guys again. So maybe the next time we're going to have a live stream will most likely be on Sunday. So on our Sunday Crypto Capital Show, which should be the 28th or 29th Crypto Capital Show, is when we're going to have live streams again publicly. But usually, even before then, I see share a lot of information for those who are in the Bull Run group and get the ETF report. And make sure you join the Bull Run group or get the ETF report. As that will definitely help you to take advantage of the market and the season opportunities we're having. So see you guys when I see you, and have a blessed day ahead of you guys.